Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Inter Milan have dropped 2 points against Parma, and they have given Napoli and they have given Atalanta a chance to come back into the title race. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I mean, this is, this could turn out to be one of those games where Inter are gonna look back and they are gonna scratch their heads. They're gonna pull their hair out that we drop points in that game, and this could be the reason where why they don't win the title. It was a really good game of football, if I'm being very honest with you, and the fact is, like, people are gonna question Inter a lot that they threw away a 2-goal lead. But if we're being very honest, I think Parma played really good, especially in that first half. Even in the second half, I think they played they were the home side and they went toe to toe with Inter. They're coming in and they are the champions. They're fighting for the title yet again. But Parma did not back down. They themselves are in a tough situation. They're still not out of that relegation battle, Parma. So they knew how they know how important every single point is, and they were the team who took the game to Inter. They were the team who created the first big chance of the game. They were the ones trying to get that early advantage over Inter, which is quite surprising, to be very honest with you, because Inter have always been the team, especially this season and over the past couple of seasons, where they like to take a hold of the game. But I would say that Parma, for the first 10-15 minutes, they were on top of Inter. They created good number of chances, and if not for Sommer, I think Inter would have gone behind quite early on. But Parma were just not able to finish off the chances that they were creating, and then of course Inter being Inter, they come back into the game, they take hold of the game, they start creating chances, they start playing their football, and unfortunately for Parma, they are not able to contain them. They get the first goal, but they scored the first goal, and then the second one, I mean, that the goal that Thuram scored, that was a really sloppy goal to concede, and the way that the ball goes in as well, I mean, it felt like it was not going to be Parma's day, even though Suzuki was having a really good game. He made 2 or 3 great saves from in the Inter players, but Darmian scores the first goal for Inter, and then, as I said, Thuram scored the second goal, and it becomes 2-0 midway through the first half, and you're basically thinking that's game done and dusted, and that Parma are done. And we go into the first half as well, with Inter leading 2. The second half comes in, and Parma come out like a flying, just like they did in the first half, but this time it lasts more than the first 10-15 minutes. It lasts basically the entirety of that second half. The tempo in which the Parma played with, I think that was really good. Yeah, I think it helped them as an added fact that Inter basically sat down in the second half. I think when they came out for that second half, they were not switched on. They just thought that we are 2-0 up, and they really did not think that Parma were going to be that much of a problem for them, and I think that really helped Parma, and that was a mistake from Inter's point of view. If you look back at it now, the goals that they scored, both of them, I will really well award goals for Parma, and they basically, a second one of course was a deflected effort, but it was still the way that Parma moved the ball. It was a really good, and I think Inter really got surprised, because they really did not think that Parma were gonna come at them in a way that they did. And as I said before, I think Inter really did not think that Parma really were gonna be a threat for them in that second half. They got relaxed quite early, and they paid the price for it. Now, as I said, the title race is wide open yet again. If Napoli win their game, they are going to be just a point behind Inter. If Atalanta win their game, they are going to be just 7 points behind Inter as well. So the title race yet again, it felt like it has been felt like for a number of weeks that Atalanta are slowly drifting away from the title race. But because Inter have now dropped points, and if Atalanta win their game tomorrow night, it is going to be back to a 3-horse title race yet again. With just 7 games to go, it is so tight. It is so, the title is so beautifully placed in Italy at the moment that you cannot really place a bet on any of the teams that are going to win it. But Inter have done themselves a massive disadvantage to themselves today. It's such a big blow to them, especially the way they were, especially going away to a team who are Parma. Like, let's be honest, they're 15th in the table. They're not that safe. They're like 10 points away. Sorry, 10 points away. Yeah, for Monza at 28. So it's not like that Parma are very far away from the relegation zone. They themselves are fighting to stay in Syria. They want to play top flight football next season as well. So for Inter to go there to take the lead 2-0 in the first half, and then to throw away a 2-0 lead, it's not a really good look at them. And I am, of course, Inzaghi is going to be really mad. The fans are going to be really mad at their players, the way that they capitulated in that second half. nobody really expected that to happen. So it's a big deal. And again, now the the pressure and the expectations, and now all the eyes are going to be on Napoli. All the eyes are going to be on Atalanta to see how they can respond to Inter's in terms of dropping a point. That is going to be a big question. Parma on the other hand, they did not win. If I have to if I had to pick a team to win this game, I would have said that Parma deserved to win that game. They played much better than Inter in the entirety. If you look at the full scale of the things, I think Parma were the better side overall. They played second half. They were spectacular in the first half as well, until they did not concede. I think they were the better side. They conceded, and their heads dropped in that first half, but they came back beautifully in that second half. And I think they would be the both the teams. This is one of those games you could say that both the teams would be really disappointed that they did not get the 3 points. Inter, because of how they were leading 2-0 and they ended up losing, drawing 2-2. And Parma on the other hand, the way they started the game, and I keep on saying, if not for Sommer, I think we could have easily had a quite and a 2-0 lead for Parma instead of Inter. He kept Inter in the game, and Parma, that's what I'm saying. Like they would be really disappointed there. They did not. The way that they started the game, they were not able to take the lead, and then the way they finished it right at the end, again they had Pellegrino had such a great chance to finish it off right and then make it 3-2 and get the win that in my opinion they deserve. But of course he shoots it right and the ball goes wide and the game ends 2-2. You could say it was a fair result in the end, if I'm being very honest, because both the teams played really good football, but I would still say that Parma were the better side. But in the end, both of them get 1 point. I don't think any of them are going to be happy with it, but Parma would take the take that point. They will take any point at the moment, because as I said, 10 points between them and 20th place Monza. It is so tight at the bottom. It is tight at the top. I get it. It's a championship. Everybody wants to win the title and whatnot. But at the bottom of the table, nobody really wants to go down. And a couple of bad games, and you could be in that relegation zone. So every single point matters at the moment for all those teams. And the fact that like 7 or 8 teams still fighting it out for the relegation with just 7 games to go, that is a crucial part. Early on in the season, when you are in one of those places, you don't really think that much, but now you're counting the games. When you start to it becomes a less than 10 and you are in this peculiar position, you start to worry. The fans are worried, the managers are worried, and the players are of course worried as well. So everybody knows how crucial every single game is. I think we're going to have an exciting end to the season in Italy, whether it be the title race or whether it be the the relegation battle. Even the European places, I mean, it is so congested, it is so tight. But for Inter and for Parma, a great game, entertaining game, but I don't think it was the result that either of them wanted. But we have a great title race on because of that result. So yeah, that's from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Inter's performance, what you guys thought of Parma's performance. Do you think Inter dropped the ball in this game, or do you think they would be alright and you don't think Atalanta or Napoli are going to catch them? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.